Hello, 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 beloved souls. It's Twin Flame Tuesday. I'm so excited for you guys. We had Valentine's Day yesterday. We have a full moon coming up in Leo, so there's a lot of big energies going on this week. So I just want to see what's going on with the Twin Flames. Thank you, angels and guides, for being here with me, giving me the greatest and highest messages. What do the Twin Flames need to know right now? What do they need to know for this beautiful week of love and shifts and guidance? Thank you, angels. All right, romance angels. What do you want the Twin Flames to know? Codependency. Still working with this, huh? Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This is a big energy that always needs to be addressed within twin flame dynamics, right? One partner can be a little bit more codependent. It's something that's always working out. So they will accept betrayal, they will accept lies, they will accept a person giving them breadcrumbs, like in shorts, and not really showing up. Addictions can be drugs and alcohol. Addictions can also be work and money and video games, right? It's really about distractions and not being present and not focusing on what's at hand and trying to keep ourselves busy so we can do something else. So we have to deal with our own shit. So we have to step up and be accountable for the fact that, like, things aren't working partially because of me, right? As a twin flame, we love to externalize things, and we love to look at our twin and their life and their role and see what's going on with them and be like, oh, well, they need to work on this and they need to work on that and they need to work on that. It's like, yeah, that's great. That's awesome that you have an awareness of what they need to work on. But what about you, right? Because if that's your twin, at some level, they're showing you things within yourself that are not healed. It may not show up in the same way, but there are issues that need to be addressed, right? Like codependency. Can you be by yourself? Have you ever been by yourself, right? Are you always in a relationship, or are you always going from one lover to the next lover to the next lover, or can you be by yourself? Um, are you accepting being like a mistress or the waiting game, or someone that makes plans with you and then doesn't really like show up, or they kind of like ghost you and leave you hanging in the background? Like, there's all this stuff going on. Or maybe this isn't even your thing. Maybe it's something you saw from your parents, right? You're watching your parents fill a void that couldn't be filled, and they do it with addiction, with drugs, with alcohol, with different lovers, with different people. Like, it's like a revolving door of people coming in and out of your life. So are you ready to really step forward and to deal with those things and to be accountable for where you're at, right? Because this isn't about just your twin. This is about where you're at. If you're seeing it in them, some part of you has it. Whether it's a shadow side, whether that's something that you're working through ancestrally, right? There's some part of you that needs to acknowledge that energy. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to show up in the same way, because we're all at different levels of our central, okay, spiritual ascension, but we're also at different levels centrally. This is facts, but check me out on Soul Sex for that. Um, wow, okay. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Part of those addictions can be sex, right? This is passionate, it's hot, it's coming in, it's ready, you want it, right? So then you forget about all the other stuff that's going on. Listen, as a twin flame, I know that when twins get together in the physical form and intimately wise, it is holy shit, right? Like, the sex can be like, what the hell? Like, you kind of looking at each other like, where did my morals go? Like, what the fuck was that, right? It can be that, right? It's just passion, it's intense, it's crazy, it's igniting. Like, you just can't get it out of your mind. So then you dismiss the other stuff that's going on around it. You kind of put it in the back burner. You kind of, yeah, it's all right, because, wow, yeah, I'll deal with that later. But oh my God, no, 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 no. They're coming out back to back together, right? You need to deal with this. And part of these addictions is the sex between you guys, right? Or the desire for it. Don't take shorts just because somebody made you nut. Welcome to my TED Talk. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for some of you, you need to get off the fence, right? It's like shit or get off the pot. Get off the pot. Get off the fence. Go out there. Take a chance, right? Be honest. Be authentic. Be real. Maybe for some of you, that's what this is, right? You're so used to just like hiding your feelings and just accepting anything else or just dealing with however they feel that you're not really speaking up for yourself. So this is a matter of you standing up for you, you coming out and being real and putting it out there and knowing that like maybe it will be reciprocated and maybe it won't. But a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You won't know unless you say something, right? Unless you step up, unless you try to make an effort for the two of you to be in alignment, right? It's like somebody has to be mature enough to pick up the phone. Somebody has to be mature enough to respond to the text message. Somebody has to be mature enough to like step forward and be like, this is working and this is not, or this is how I feel, or this is very hurtful to me, or this is wonderful, right? But like we need to be on the same page. And that's not going to happen if we're not having conversations. That's not going to happen if we're being distracted by our sexual like desires for one another or just the fact that we're so physically attracted to one another, right? It's not going to happen if we're lying to ourselves and not dealing with our issues, right? Because if we don't deal with the shit, it's going to come back up. The reason everybody's being triggered and being pushed forward to the next level is because the stuff is coming up to heal. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning into your life. That's amazing. Don't bring this energy with it. If this was their energy with it, then you need to have like some really strong boundaries, right? Because just because someone from your past is coming forward doesn't mean that they're supposed to stay in your life. Maybe they're here for a lesson. Maybe something has shifted. Maybe you guys want to get back together because it was really hot and passionate and you have this connection, which is great. And maybe they're coming forward with their truth and their honesty and they've done some healing. Look, this is the first card that came out was codependency. So no matter what everything else says, this is the basis of everything. So the sex might be really hot. That's awesome. Maybe it's somebody that you're missing that's in your heart, in your head, and you're missing the energy and you're so grateful that they're back in your life. That's awesome. Like maybe this person is coming to you and they're expressing how they really feel for the first time and being authentic. That's awesome. Do not dismiss this energy, whether that is on your side or theirs. It came out immediately for a reason. Address it. And it couldn't be not even you or your divine counterpart, right? It could be that this is the energy in the background. Maybe they're dealing with people in their lives that are having these issues and it's causing them to have to step back away from the connection or take a break or go do something else. Like people have parents that they're taking care of, children that they're taking care of, tribes, their communities that they're involved in, right? And then you have this twin flame dynamic that comes together and it's igniting and it's sparking and all this stuff. And then all this stuff is coming up that needs to be healed, right? So I know codependency was one of my issues. And as I started healing it, I'm like, come, Holy Spirit, come, like, show me where my blind spots are, right? Like, show me why this is a pattern in my life, right? And then immediately I was shown a flashback to like my mother and childhood situation. And I just made a correlation, like, oh, okay, like when my mom wasn't in a relationship, then she would kind of like pour into me and my sister. But then as soon as she had a boo, it was like she would pay us no mind, right? So then I learned to just take whatever she gave me at the moment because I didn't know how long it would last, right? So fast forward years later, you're in a relationship with someone who was dealing with that same energy, right? And so it's like, well, they love me when they're here, they're really, really attentive, but then they go get busy. But then when they're here, they're focused on me. So let me get all the love here while I can, because I don't know when they're going to get distracted. Not knowing that that was an unhealthy pattern to learn, let alone to be emulating, right? So fast forward years later, I had to step back and be like, no, 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 no. Like, I show up for people. I'm loving. I'm amazing. If I'm in a relationship with someone, they don't take away from my kids and they don't replace my kids. Like I'm a package deal, right? It's me and my kids. So you're going to love all of us. Are you going to love us all in the same way? No, obviously my partner and I are going to have an intimate love that's not going to be the same as the love that I have for my children. But I'm not taking away the love for my children and I'm not going to dismiss them because of whoever's between my legs at the time. You know what I mean? So understanding those dynamics. Like, it may be you, it may be them, it may be people within the environments, but this is an issue, an underlying issue that needs to be shifted and cleared immediately, right? Shifted and clear. Actually, I'll do a little thing to shift and clear it on behalf of the collective right now. Shifting and clearing, releasing all addictions and anything that's keeping you bound in this energy of codependency so that we can move forward. So when reconciliation does come, right, and you're feeling some kind of way, you can openly express yourself in a safe manner and it will be reciprocated to you in a safe manner. I love that. I'm going to pull one more and then I'm going to wrap this up. Because I need to give you guys a Valentine's Day reading. Thank you, 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 angels. There we go. Because the angels like to drop it with a mic drop. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. At the end of the day, before any and everything, as a twin flame, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to say it again, probably till I can't speak no more. This is about self-love. 11:11 I just saw. This is about self-love. This journey is about self-love. You have to love yourself fully and completely before you can love somebody else. How are you going to give to someone something you don't have? How are you going to give somebody love if you don't even love yourself? Right? So this is about loving yourself first, dealing with your issues. Whatever these issues are, it is time for you to be aware of them, to look at them, to lovingly look at them, and be ready to just deal with it. Be ready to just pour into you. All the love that you give to everyone else, it's time for you to pour that into yourself. So when reconciliation does happen, you're ready to receive it, right? If this comes while you're still dealing with this, it's over. You're going to lose it again. It's just the way it is. You're going to end up being hurt, or the other person's going to be hurt, or you guys are going to go into separation. That's just facts. You have to love yourself first. You have to all the way own your shit before you're even ready and in alignment to be with somebody else. Try expressing your love for yourself before anything else. All right? Bottom of the deck, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction there. Yeah. Very strong, right? Passion came out. Listen, it's love week. I'm not saying it's not. All I'm saying is codependency was the first thing that came out. You need to be highly aware of that before anything else. And if your addiction is this passion or this love making or how they make you feel in your body, whatever, then that's something that needs to be addressed. All right? I love you. God loves you. Angels around you. You got this. You got this. You got this. Love yourself first before anything else. Later, beloveds.